Hey guys, thanks so much for coming back to my channel. So much has gone on surrounding Jaguar, Wright, now and Storm and Tasha, and now we're including Armon Wiggins in this. And then there's two other new players, Sean Davy Way and Willie Vanillie. Now this is the funny thing is that I went and checked out Sean Davy Way's page or channel because somebody in the comments like suggested it, and they said something about that being, you know, maybe he was one of the people that I had mentioned in the Storm Monroe reading. And then right after that, somebody DM'd me and told me go check out Willie Vanillie's page. And so what actually transpired, and I will come back in the comments and put their pages down for you guys to go watch if you didn't see that, was that Willie was doing a live and talking about, you know, the whole Storm, Jaguar, Tasha situation, and Jaguar actually came on the live and she spilled some big tea saying that Storm, and she was talking about that she is friends with Storm, so she confirmed my prediction on that. She also has since confirmed many places, but again on Willie Vanillie's live, that she, you know, sort of did fall on her sword as the martyr to expose who Tasha really was and to try to ascertain for herself exactly who it was that Tasha was working with behind the scenes by doing that interview with her. And then she mentioned something about that Armon Wiggins was originally supposed to do the interview with her. Tasha admitted to Jaguar, I guess in their pre-interview phone call, that she set Armon up to say bad things about Jaguar so that he would lose that interview and Storm would get it. And then there was also some allegations brought up that Storm was used simply for Tasha to have somebody else that she could get to 100K first so that she could say, you know, kind of like spite Armon, since he was upset about, you know, originally he was sort of going to be her mentee, and then they, you know, had their falling out. And then it was alleged that Tasha and Storm bought Storm subscribers. And the last thing that came up was that, oh my God, what was it? Because it was Armon being replaced by Storm, or being taken down by Storm, and the subscriber purchasing, and there was something else, and I know it'll come to me because I was trying to remember everybody's names that were involved so that way I can make sure that I'm including the whole story. And then Armon went on to do a live using the stream from Willie to show that, you know, to vindicate himself, basically, that I've been saying that, you know, Tasha and Storm were doing all these things to me all this time, and now here it is out in the open and it's been exposed. And then of course later on there was an argument that popped off between Armon and Willie and Sean. It was a three-way sort of situation of Armon not giving credit to Willie, and Jaguar actually on Sean's live later on discussing all that popped on and said that she wanted Armon to credit Willie. And so that sort of blew up into something as well. So I just want to go ahead and take a look and see, like, you know, if some of these things that popped up, ask the questions, you know, like, were Storm and Tasha buying subscribers? You know, was this crazier thing than we even thought it was? You know, like, what the heck is going on? So let's go ahead and call Spirit in and start shuffling the cards. And if you are new here, thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I am going to be doing a giveaway at 300 subscribers. I'm teaming up with Miranda Diane Art, and we're going to be giving away one of her necklaces as well as a free reading from me to the winners. So make sure you're subscribed to enter that. And also, if you wanted to book your own personal private reading with me, go to my website, which will be linked in the description box, but it is psychicbellalove.com. Use code BELLA20 for 20% off your first phone reading with me. And there's also the November email reading specials listed in the description as well. And you could follow me on Instagram at Psychic Bella Love. And just to let everybody know, all of the proceeds from any tips, any donations, and any email readings, 100% of that does get donated to people in need. I usually, you know, do it as a direct donation, Cash App, PayPal, whatever, to them. And then half of all phone readings are going to be donated as well. Right now, we're preparing so that we can help people be able to still put dinner on the table for the holidays, you know, and maybe help them get some Christmas presents for the kids and everything. So that's what we are working towards this month. So let's go ahead and see. Spirit, please join us. We ask you today to come in and answer some questions for us in regards to this whole situation involving Storm Monroe, Tasha K, Armon Wiggins, Willie, Vanillie, and Sean Davy Way. We only ask to gain clarity, to ask the truth behind these allegations that have been flying around, not for any malicious intent. Thank you, Spirit, for joining us, answering. Please bless all that we ask about. Tell us all who watch this video. Amen. Oh, the other thing that I forgot about, that was the other allegation, was that it was being reported, I guess, you know, whispers behind the scenes, whatever, when Storm did start doing the Jaguar interviews, the Roseanne interviews, that he was trying to step out on his own and take a break from Tasha and do his own thing. So if that is true, that definitely confirms my other prediction. I didn't necessarily know that it was already at that place before the interview. I just saw him getting to that point, but timing can sometimes be the absolute hardest things in readings, and I definitely feel like Storm is going to continue to separate himself from Tasha as well. I did see that he did that interview with a prison inmate, you know, somebody who was sentenced as a juvenile to like 300 years or some crazy amount of time. So I feel like that's a good direction for him to go in, to continue to almost, I mean, Storm would be very successful as almost like the black, younger, more like pop culture savvy Joe Rogan, because they both do have a little bit of that similar interview style where it's having a conversation with a friend and they just sort of, as the interviewer, pop in and kind of ask different questions here and there, but they let their guests speak and tell you what they want you to know, and they get these really great conversations out of people because it's not this formal interview of, I have my list of 20 questions and we're gonna go through this in a timely manner, but that we're just gonna have this long form conversation and let whatever comes out and I'll ask questions based on what you're talking about kind of thing. I think that that would be an amazing direction for Storm to go in. I know he's extremely entertaining with, you know, the way that he does things now, but especially if he is looking to separate himself from Tasha, then he sort of has to step away from the other stuff that he's doing now. Either that or just go full on in the skits, dude. You know, go make us a new version of a Saturday Night Live Mad TV kind of thing on your channel, because you're good at that kind of stuff too. Like, you do have good comedic timing, as Jaguar said. So 6, 7, 8, 9. I know that Sean Davy Way thinks that Storm is boring though. And you guys, if you haven't checked out his channel, like, I mean, and we know, I got that Storm's next relationship was going to be with a woman. I wasn't prying into his sexuality either. It's just that that's what came up in that reading. But Sean Davy calls him, what is it? Stormisha, what is it? Stormisha Mokaze Alize or something like that is freaking hilarious in the way that he says it too. But it just was funny, like the way, but he always says, you're boring, you're boring. So, okay, well, first thing, because I just asked for sort of the overview of what is going on in this situation and what does Spirit want us to know, from the outside looking in before we really start prying into the questions. So it's kind of, that general card pull. With this Palace of Coins, anything that has popped off has directly been about, benefiting kind of everybody in this situation financially. I mean, let's be honest. And it's all about, like, who's gonna get the most views on their video, who's gonna make the most money, who's gonna get the most followers, because everybody's so engaged in all of this drama. There is this manipulative man showing up, so I want Spirit to tell me more about this, because it is this Tower card, surrounding him. There's a lot of manipulative people and a lot of manipulative energy in this whole situation with this Page of Coins and the Knight of Wands. So, and then here we have, this Temperance card with this Three of Cups, where it's like, I feel like this is in reference to everything that, went on with Armon. And so this King of Wands might be representing Storm's energy in this sense, because, sometimes, I know we kind of tore Tati apart for this, but it is, I think in this sense, maybe we could attribute this a little bit more, be a little more forgiving towards Storm in this sense. Sometimes you can be manipulated into manipulating a situation, right? Or being a manipulative person without maybe you having your eyes completely open to what's going on in that situation, because you are so blinded by this idea of success, opportunity, money, fame, things coming your way, so that here you end up becoming foolish and getting yourself involved in a situation that is hurtful to somebody else and really can affect them financially, with their career, with even their mental health, all of that, because I am getting this Strength card here. So I feel like there was a lot, with this Four of Swords, like Armon went through a lot, like with his mental health, feeling like he was being bullied, feeling like this, he got betrayed. Here's Tasha coming up as this Queen of Cups, that she was, manipulating the situation behind the scenes in this money grab attempt, and it being financially motivated. But see, now with this Judgment card, this Ace of Wands, and this Ace of Coins, people are now finding out that you were being manipulative and you were trying to gain something out of this situation. Yeah, that was definitely Storm's energy, that King of Wands. Damn, dude. Armon. With this Page of Cups, this Empress, and this Palace of Wands energy, people really were ganging up on you behind the scenes and conspiring against you. But of course, again, here's this Four of Wands. It's coming out. We all know what's going on now. And this is going to continue to backfire on Tasha and probably Storm a little bit. Not as much as her. And depending on how he handles it, what he gets out of it is so minimal, and I'll explain that more in a second. But with this Nine of Wands, this Two of Swords, and this Three of Swords, it's like things continue to come out and you continue to fall out of favor and you continue to have this backfire on you, and somebody is really going to turn against Tasha in this situation to where it really will hurt her, like emotionally, but also it is going to affect her channel a bit as well. Not like super duper 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 duper, because Tasha has those moments where she has her big dramas, she loses followers, she loses subscribers, she just keeps going, and then people forget about her. She gets a whole like slew of new people because she'll always find that one thing that goes viral or that everybody wants to know about, or breaks some story or does some crazy ass interview that she recaptures a new audience, you know, and sort of always seems to come out ahead. And I just feel like, you know, it will be a momentary thing where it's like right now I feel like things are dipping down for her, then they'll start to grow again, then here comes some more stuff, and then she has another dip. Because like I said in the last reading, I felt like Tasha was gonna, you know, she'll get to that million, but it's gonna be this uphill, up and down to get there, and then that's sort of where she's gonna sit for quite a while. And I still keep getting that going for her. Let's see. Let's see these other cards. Damn. Okay. This is not what I was expecting at all, guys. Like, I honestly thought that I was going to see basically the same stuff that we saw, what was last year or the year before, when, or a couple years ago, I don't know, things move so quickly right now, where, you know, Tasha and Lovely T were at it, and then, you know, all these other people jumped in and all these other channels sort of popped up because they were documenting the drama. I thought it was going to be like that, and now we have like a new fresh bunch of faces like Willie, Vanillie, and Sean, you know, that are going to get their channels started off of documenting all of this, and then they would eventually move on and start covering other stuff, which they both do, you know, but like at some point, just like before, where Tasha's stuff kind of died down and then we all moved on to whatever was going on, I thought this was just going to be a repeat of that. There's actually lasting consequences from all of this. So, first of all, Storm showing up as this King of Cups and this 3 of Swords and this 10 and 7 of Wands before we get to this Queen of Pentacles, who is Tasha. Storm's actually going to continue to separate himself from Tasha. He's going to continue to work with other people. And I also feel like Tasha, if you, because again, like I said before, I feel like she will never outright come out and completely attack Storm, and he's not going to outright come out and attack her. He's going to just keep it pushing. She'll throw some shade at him. However, Tasha, be very careful, because if you continue to push him, like if you do get to that place where you're constantly throwing shade at him, then guess what? You know, you're going to be in this stagnant place in that moment when you're doing this, because like I said, there's going to be some consequences coming. Well, guess what? Storm might get pushed so far that he might go and start being best friends with Armon and people who don't like you and doing interviews with them. And you will never come up. It'll just be like, I did a collab with them, or we were on live together or something, and it was enough to send that message out. I don't with you anymore, Q Big Sean. You know, and what I see here is, Tasha, you really are going to have to control your emotions and be careful about pushing people, because with this Justice card and this 5 of Wands, it's like, you are a button pusher. Everybody knows that. You know that. You truly admit that you are that person. However, just because it worked in the past and you always came out on top does not mean it will work this time around. People are standing up for themselves. They're making a choice. They're choosing that they're not going to let you bully them any longer, and this is going to come back to bite you in the ass. So you need to be very, very careful with that. Yeah, because with this 5 of Pentacles and the 9 of Swords and then this 3 of Pentacles, you're going to be trying your hardest to get back in his good graces, and he's not going to let you back in, and it's not going to pan out well for you. So be really careful about how you are treating Storm right now, because he really is at his breaking point. And if you, like I said, do that little that you're so good at, he will blow his top. But again, Storm is kind of like, when he gets in that energy, which I understand because he's a Taurus, it becomes almost tit for tat. You're going to throw shade at me, so I'm going to do the shadiest shit I can do right back to you. Like that kind of a thing. So don't activate that side of him, Tasha. And Spirit's talking about something about, whereas a society, we tend to take men's sides over women anyways. The fact that besides Storm, the men that she is, you know, that are coming up in this energy, and that she has issues with being men, but gay men on top of it, it is going to kind of like bite her in the ass, where all these people are just going to automatically fall into that precedence that the world has set for us. And it's not going to work in her favor, because it's going to come back and bite her in the ass, because then people automatically just side with those guys. So let's see. Okay, Spirit, was Storm meant to be this like pseudo replacement for Armon? Did Tasha bring Storm in solely with the intention and purpose of proving something to people and making a point to hurt Armon? Thank you, Spirit. Please let us know yes or no. If Storm was a part of this game that Tasha is playing against Armon Wiggins. And shout out to Armon, because he just got to 100,000 subscribers. So even though I know that he has been through a lot over the last few years, you know, he was still able to get there and pull himself out of it and climb back up. So obviously, Armon, you know, that is a sign that not everybody fell for it. You do definitely have support on your corner. I don't know a whole lot about Armon, except that I've just, you know, become aware of him because of all of the Tasha K stuff. But I mean, I don't have time to watch every single video from all these people that are constantly, there's so much going on YouTube. It's like, oh my God, I'd be on here all day long just watching video after video after video. Okay. Well, yes. With this Lovers card and this Knight of Swords, and this obviously being about business and, you know, partnerships and things like that, nothing romantic, this is the Lovers card then becomes the partnership card. So this is talking about, you know, this like harsh energy behind teaming up, this idea that I'm taking somebody down by teaming up with you. There was also, with this 6 of Pentacles and this Knight of Pentacles, lots of promises of financial reward that was tied to this. Like, Storm, come work with me. I'm going to make you a success. You're never going to have to work anywhere another day in your life, because you'll make way more money on YouTube than you ever could have at any job that you ever could have had otherwise. So, you know, it's, I don't get that she was outright 100% with him, like, let's team up together and take out Armon. However, with, it's like Spirit's just saying there was so much that was said, you know, behind the scenes. Like, say they're setting up like, oh, this is how you share screenshots, you know, from the computer in a live stream, showing him all the, you know, how everything works, and be like, yeah, Armon's stupid, he could never figure this out. There was a lot of those comments, you know, to where Storm knew deep down inside. He just willingly ignored it because it was like, yeah, I just want to go like, oh my God, you know, you're telling me I could make $20,000 a month? Like, hell yeah, I'm in. Like, he wasn't thinking about, why are you trying to help me? What is this about? It was just like, well, if you tell me I'm talented and I can make all this money, then I'm just going to like go with you. I'm going to go along with it. However, of course, obviously, not working out, and you know, it worked, but it didn't in a sense. So, because here's Tasha again with this Queen of Wands trying to manipulate situations, energy coming up. But here comes Jaguar as this Queen of Swords with this Three of Pentacles and Ace of Cups of, I aired your ass out and everybody knows what was really going on. And you know what? Here comes Armon with this King of Swords and the Six of Wands being very victorious because what he's been telling everybody came to light. You know, this whole, you know, however long it's been with this Four of Pentacles and this Four of Swords, he's been shouting it from the rooftops and people were refusing to take it seriously, or they would chalk it up to like, well, his feelings are hurt and he's being paranoid or he's reading into stuff too much. No, now everybody is seeing like everything that he was saying was correct. But yeah, I mean, definitely Tasha, like, you tried to do this just to set up Armon, you know, and just to take him down. Now let's ask, and we're just gonna simply pull 3 cards for yes or no. Were Storm and Tasha buying Storm for the subscribers, Spirit? Actually, let's ask this. Did Tasha buy Storm his first 10,000 and last 10,000 subscribers? Since that was the specific allegation. Was Tasha buying Storm his first and last 10,000 subscribers to get him to that 100,000 subscriber mark, Spirit? I didn't even know you could buy subscribers on YouTube until people were saying that and saying that you can also buy views on your videos. I honestly thought the only place that you could do that was Instagram, and the Instagram like shut it down. So I thought that was something that stopped happening like years ago. I didn't know it was still a thing. But I'm not out here in these YouTube streets like that either. So I just watch my little videos and record my videos and upload them and keep it moving. Three of Cups, yes. But this is crazy. There's this Devil and this Chariot and this Tower card that fell out when I was pulling these cards. So I'm going to ask Spirit, what is this in regards to regarding that subscriber thing? Because this is weird. And then I have the Justice and the Hierophant. So let me ask. But I mean, the cups are yeses when you do a yes or no poll. Okay, let's see. And do you guys want me to do a video on some easy tarot reading tips? I mean, I'm not going to sit down and do a whole, like, this is what every single card means things, but I have a few little tips and tricks that make it easier to read. Or if you want to just pull on something super quick, so I can always do that too. And I also, you guys, do have all of your requests in a little notes thing on my phone. You know, obviously I have to hop on here in between readings and mom stuff, so I don't have all the time in the world to, you know, just sit here and record every video that you guys request. But I definitely, especially if something is like 2 or 3 people ask for it, then I will for sure, you know, like put that at the top of the list if it's like super requested. Okay, what is this about? Okay, Storm, please don't buy anymore. Because it's something about people are sort of already like paying attention to your subscriber count. And it's like, if something that you, it's like, if you release a video and there's like 3,000 views on it, but then your subscribers jump 20,000 people, you know, like that looks suspicious to people. And there's something about that. I think YouTube might actually end up doing something about like bot subscribers. And if they do, then those are all going to be taken away from anybody who did purchase them. And then we're going to see people who suddenly don't have 100,000 subscribers and they actually only have 17,000 and things like that. So it's like, let's be a little, you know, careful, because there's still a lot. People are paying attention to you. There's a lot of stuff that's still going to come out. And it's like, I don't feel like it's so much that people are paying attention to you with the sole intention and purpose of like tearing you apart. More so of, we want to see like what Tasha did with you. So if they attack you, it's more about them attacking your connection to Tasha and attacking maybe things that she did for you. So you're sort of, you know, that innocent bystander shot in the drive-by kind of a thing. So let's just ask real quick. Got one more. Let's ask, what was the things that we asked about? Armon. We covered that. We covered the subscribers. We covered that Storm is, you know, separating himself from Tasha. Oh, who's gonna be more successful, Spirit, Armon, or Storm? Let's just be a little competitive and see. I still have to thought about that for a second. I was like, is that mean? Should I not? But Armon, you have a TV opportunity coming your way. Well, you have multiple, but there is one in particular that Spirit is showing me, and it's like, I feel like it's kind of this weird thing of, okay, like we sit down and have some sort of a panel show that airs on YouTube, but then on some more traditional media sense, there's sort of following you in the background. Like maybe it's like, we're doing days in the life of influencers, or it's part of some behind the scenes reality show where they follow around, you know, YouTubers and see what it is that they're saying and whatnot. But either way, it's like there is something, you know, about like reality TV coming your way. I think that, like, for us to actually see it, it'll probably be more like 2022. But I feel like it does get filmed next year. Like, probably summertime. Okay, so basically what I get here is it can really go either way. If Storm continues to move on from Tasha, he will continue to build on his success. But he definitely has to keep evolving and growing for that to happen, and for people to sort of get to a place where they're no longer associating him with a lot of that drama stuff that was going on. But it's also the same thing for Armon. And what Spirit is saying here with this Ace of Wands and this Page of Wands is that Armon, like, you do have a lot of choices, and you have a lot of choices to move on and move forwards and move away from only being on YouTube, and they want you to take that. They're talking about keep expanding your horizons, because that's where you find the most success. Like, what you're doing now is really just getting you out there, but what you end up doing is going to be so much more and so much bigger than this. Almost like how Queen Naija got her start on YouTube, and then now it's like we get little bits and pieces here and there, like every once in a while they'll upload something, but you know, she's not like the family vlogger that she was. She's the music superstar Queen Naija. Same thing, you know, with Armon. You're going to be known in so many other venues that you don't have to just only be the YouTube commentator, DJ guy, you know, that has this show. But Storm, you know, you definitely, I feel like, can carve out a really good niche for yourself. But again, it's about diversifying as far as the YouTube platform goes, and making sure that you are really separating yourself from other people and standing alone on your own as your own man. So I hope this helps, guys. I am gonna go ahead and end this one right here so I can get this uploaded. Shout out to Willie, Vanillie, and Sean Davy Way for breaking all of this for us to even be here. And thank you so much, guys. And once again, if you wanted to book your own personal private reading with me, all the information will be in the description box below. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, do all of those things. And also make sure you are subscribed to be eligible to enter the giveaway coming up real soon. So I hope you guys have a great one. Thanks.